What's up, everybody? It's your boy J-Rod. So I'm here in the beautiful Punta Cana. Today's video, I'm just gonna be sharing for you the main differences between Santo Domingo and Punta Cana. Sorry, my hair looks a little bit crazy right now. I was just in the water, so please excuse that. But yeah, I'm just gonna jump straight into this video. All right, so the first main difference between Santo Domingo and Punta Cana is the demographics of people. So obviously in Punta Cana, it's gonna be a lot more a mixture of people. You're gonna have some Americans, Canadians, some Europeans. You even got some people from South America. Now, if you go to Santo Domingo, you're not gonna really find that many foreigners, okay? So maybe if you go to like a high-end place, but for the most part, it is like 95% Dominicans out there. So that is one thing to keep in mind. If you do decide to go to Santo Domingo, just know that if you're not comfortable with being like the only person, or sometimes going into businesses and being the only American, I'm not gonna say it's uncommon to see Americans, but you don't see them as much in the capital. All right, I got a little bit of sunlight left, so I'm gonna try to keep the ball rolling. All right, so the next thing is language. Okay, so once again, because Punta Cana is mixed with a lot of tourism, obviously a lot of Dominicans out here speak English. Now, when you go to Santo Domingo, that is not the case. So I would say for every 10 Dominicans in Santo Domingo, maybe one knows English or English to a certain degree. But out here in Punta Cana, many Dominicans speak English. So if you're somebody who does not speak Spanish, for me it does not matter because I'm fluent in Spanish, but for someone who might be their first time coming to the Dominican Republic, that is something to keep note of, that you probably will have a harder time in Santo Domingo talking to people if you are not fluent in Spanish. But out here in Punta Cana, everybody speaks English. Like I ain't gonna say everybody speaks English, but a lot of Dominicans speak English because they gotta cater to the tourism. All right, next thing we're gonna talk about is the food. If you're in Punta Cana and you're staying on a resort, 9 times out of 10, you're not gonna really be getting authentic, traditional Dominican food. My biggest piece of advice, if you are in Punta Cana, is to go outside of the resort and try some of the restaurants off-site of the resort, because if you go into like the little buffets on the resort, most of that food is not authentic Dominican food. All right, now if you go to Santo Domingo, you will not have a hard time finding true, authentic Dominican food. I always make this joke with my sister. A few years ago, my sister, she actually went to Punta Cana with her friend, and they stayed on the resort, but they only ate like steak. I'm like, man, you didn't really get the true Dominican experience. You know, I gotta take you to the capital. So yeah, definitely, if you wanna eat real, authentic, true Dominican food, I would definitely say get off the resort if you can. And if you are going to Santo Domingo, it's not gonna be hard at all. Crap, it's getting dark, it's getting dark. Okay, so the next point we're gonna talk about is the pricing. So Punta Cana, it is a little bit more expensive out here compared to Santo Domingo. And that's simply, once again, it goes to the tourism aspect. Like just today, I just saw a guy selling a woman an agua de coco for $5 US, bro. Do you know how much an agua de coco costs in Santo Domingo? You get one of those for like 50 pesos. So they definitely do be upcharging a lot out in Punta Cana. Because I previously lived in Santo Domingo, a lot of them, they don't try to run game on me because I already tell them, like, look, I don't live in the capital, I already know what it is. You know, so anytime that they try to pull that BS, I'm like, nah, like, give me the real price. Like, I already know what y'all about. And usually they do it because they're like, all right, like, he knows what he's talking about. But yeah, just know if you're coming out to Santo Domingo, things are gonna be a little bit cheaper. All right, now real quick, I got 3 more points and I'm gonna wrap this video up. So the next, shit, I thought somebody took my bag. I was finna go run them down. All right, but anyway, so we're gonna talk about traffic. So one thing I love about Punta Cana is it's really not that much traffic out here. So it's definitely a lot easier to get around out in Punta Cana. Now, a long time ago, they did not have Uber out here, or it was like very limited. Now, when you're in the capital, I'm just gonna let you know right now, it's kind of like driving in New York City, okay? It's gonna be traffic everywhere. So if you do decide to come to the capital, just know that you are gonna be sitting in traffic, and it could be long depending on where you're trying to go. It could either be 30 minutes or it could be 40 minutes, it just depends. So just know getting around the capital, it is gonna be a lot harder, but that's simply because it's like way more people that live in the capital. All right, last 2 points. All right, so now we're gonna talk about safety. Now, Dominican Republic typically is a safe place. I don't really feel like you're in like danger. It's not like a Colombia or hell, even a Mexico. Like pretty much Dominican Republic, the most thing you gotta watch out is people just pickpocketing and taking your stuff. Now here in Punta Cana, it's hella security everywhere, so I really don't feel unsafe. Now in the capital, you definitely do need to be on your P's and Q's a little bit more because once again, it's a lot more people. So the more people you have, the more crime you have. So it's kind of like comparing Orlando to New York City, okay? New York, obviously, is gonna be more crime, it's gonna be more things that you can get into, but Punta Cana is a little bit more chill. The last thing we're gonna talk about, because it's dark as hell out here, is we're gonna talk about the airport. Now, actually, this is my first time flying directly into Punta Cana. Normally, I'll like take a bus to Punta Cana because normally I either fly into Santo Domingo's airport or I'll go to what's the other one, Santiago. Those are the two airports that I normally go into, but this is the first time I actually flew directly to Punta Cana's airport. And what I will tell you about their airport compared to Santo Domingo is that Punta Cana's airport is a little bit more structured and organized. And once again, that fucking seaweed. But once again, that goes back to them catering towards tourists. If you do go to Las Americas, their airport it's not like bad, but it's just Punta Cana's is a lot nicer. I would say theirs is the nicest one. But y'all, that's all I got for this video because it's getting dark. So I'm gonna go. But I hope you guys enjoy. If you got any questions, you know where to hit me up. But if you got any more questions, I'll leave my contact information down below. All right, I'll catch y'all later. Peace out.